Hello and welcome to Combat Mission Battle for Normandy for the 11th German turn. And I will admit, I was surprised this turn because you guys really started pulling yourselves out of a bad situation here. You can see almost all of your actual Fallschirmjäger platoon that's still alive has orders to fire, and they still possess a hefty amount of machine guns, and they really start pouring it on to the Canadians. I'm actually fairly impressed. You're sitting out in the open, and they're in houses, and you can see most of the tracers this turn are only flying one way, and that's towards the Canadians. So you're doing a pretty good job of keeping their heads down. And yeah, despite only receiving orders from 2 posters, it actually went pretty okay. The security platoon up there is still on residual orders from the last turn, although your mortar and HQ, again, have not received orders for a while. That mortar especially is probably going to be important to get into play at some point. But I'll get in and show you what you can see down here for a second, including the worst Panzerschreck shot of all time. So I'm just going to start over here because the guy with the Panzerschreck deserves to be called out. So you might have seen it. This is where his shot goes. This is what he was aiming at. And so it just goes flying happily off into the distance and lands harmlessly in the town. So good job. You had a real chance to take out some Canadians that turn and botched it. So other than what you've already been seeing, this is probably one of the more significant developments this turn. You start receiving some mostly ineffectual fire from this house over here at your one squad. You got a couple near misses, but it's a real testament to the quality of your troops that they aren't phased by much of this, and they return effective fire immediately after having taken such heavy losses. Over here, right at the start of the turn, you do actually lose that unit who had been trying to run into a house. They get cut down by a stun gun. But fortunately for you, these hard motherfuckers over here, on a fast move order to the wall of that house, run across this field under automatic weapons fire, periodically stopping to shoot bolt-action rifles at the Canadians in the houses. Completely unfazed. And they do make it safely. Stone cold. And over here, your Fallschirmjäger team enters the house mostly without incident. But they don't spot any Canadians just yet. So on this guy's continuing quest to receive a machine gun, I did move him over to the security platoon corpse pile. The last turn I'd had him try and pick up an MP40 on a Fallschirmjäger. I don't think I mentioned that in the video. So towards the end of the turn, he kind of realizes that these guys are here and starts crawling towards them. So hopefully he's about to start medicing them on the next turn. And just one more casualty I almost missed. I always miss the ones that just disappear instead of flashing. This man here has his life cut short by a single tracer coming from that building. So you've seen that. That's a scoped rifle. He got sniped. So that's unfortunate just in the final moments of this turn. So I think that about covers everything for this turn, unless I missed another disappearing unit or something. As always, I'll just give you another click through. All the Canadians you've seen, I'm not going to do a zoom in on. They're all just been standard Canadian paratroopers. Mix of Sten guns, Bren guns, and the occasional marksman's rifle, so nothing too special there. And I'll click through your units. Panzerschreck, out of rockets, having used them incredibly wisely. So you're down to a Walther and a Kar 98. Your flanking paratroopers, various states of disrepair. Machine gun has orders, mortar still no orders, HQ still no orders. Some of Hobbs' men over here. Marcus's remaining squad, your scout team, your security platoon, who is freaking out, man. They're convinced that the Germans to the right are actually Canadians. Look at this spotting. More security. Could be Canadians over here as far as they know. The squad is just surrounded by Canadians. And finally, this lone runner over here. So, as always, if you think I've missed anything, or if there's anything else you'd like to see, let me know in the thread, but other than that, I will see you next time.